Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talk Spicy. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. Thank you for joining me wherever you are joining me. Rate the show, comment, agree, disagree, but whatever you do, keep it spicy. 5-star ratings are appreciated. If you're joining me on the YouTube channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment. It was an absolute crazy house yesterday in the NFL. Actually, you know what? Let me take that back. The entire weekend of the NFL was great. On Saturday, you had two games, came down to the wire, low scoring. That's okay. Defenses were doing their thing. New blood, old guard, traditional names. Like you had it all. You had it all on Saturday. And then Sunday said, hold my beer. Sunday said, no. Y'all thought it was good here. Let me show you how we do. Let me start here. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers absolutely 100% deserve to lose that game. I am a Buccaneers fan. And so it pained me at the moment to admit it, but, a day out, I'm good. The Buccaneers did not deserve to win that game. They did nothing in that game that said they should win that game. The Rams did everything in that game that said they should win it, but also said we are trying to give it away. We're trying to give it away. But the epicness of the game, Rams going up, stomping a mud hole in the Bucs. The Bucs can't protect anything. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just remind you people, you Bucs fans out there, and you people who are always so quick to jump on Jameis Winston and how Winston played when he was a Buck and turning the ball over and all of that other stuff. Let me just remind you people who just came around when Tom Brady showed up, or you people who forgot what life was like before they drafted an all-pro right tackle. Because that's the difference. If you're looking at the offensive line that was out there for the Buccaneers, that's the type of offensive line they were rolling out there, probably even worse. That's the type of offensive line that they were rolling out there to protect Jameis Winston for almost his entire career. It went from worse than that to that. That's what he left with. Trash at right tackle. Trash at right tackle. Decent on the interior. Decent to mediocre left tackle. The only difference in the offensive line that Jameis Winston was behind and what Tom Brady has been behind until yesterday is an all-pro right tackle. You see how that makes a difference, huh? Yeah, I do too. Because the Rams did not care who was in front of them. They were flying by those guys like those guys didn't even matter. And shout out to Tom Brady. He took more shots yesterday than I have seen him take in a game in a long time. And he kept coming. He was frustrated. You could see it. If he wasn't thinking about retirement before yesterday, he's thinking about it today, for sure. He's nursing some issues today, mentally and physically. Make no mistake about it. Yeah, man, the Rams did everything. And let's be real about it. When the Rams beat the Bucs in the regular season, it wasn't like a fluke. They just beat them. And then, by the way, the thought process behind the Rams to try to run this clock out when they are murdering the Bucs, going through the air, is a part of what I wanted to talk about, and I'll get into it later. Because sometimes it is okay to blame coaches. You just got to know who you're supposed to blame, right? Yeah, okay, cool. So now we got Raheem Morris, defensive coordinator for the Rams, calls one hell of a game. The Bucs didn't get back into that game because the Bucs offense started clicking. The Bucs got back into that game because of penalties and turnovers. That's it. So when the Bucs scored and they tied the game at the end, I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, they're going to, go into overtime. Bucs might have a chance to win a game they don't deserve to win. And then they did what they did. How can you not have 4 guys back protecting against anything going deep with that quarterback, with that arm, and that amount of wide receivers on the field? Asinine. They deserve to lose. Rams deserve the win. And so we move on. By the way, if you were watching, if you read my column this week in The Athletic, my prediction, Rams money line. So get your plus 140, plus 155, depending upon where you were playing. Rams money line, game over. And the only thing that didn't come through in that was Cameron Brate, who it's time to move on from Cameron Brate, Tampa Bay. It's time to move on from him. He's clearly just not a guy that's going to be into this offense, because this offense doesn't predicate itself on multiple tight ends being the deal. Cameron Brate's not going to be the guy. Move on, because he gives you nothing in the run game. Zero. Sorry, Cameron. There's a place for you in the NFL. You're talented. But apparently it's not going to be Tampa Bay because they don't want to throw you the ball, even with every wide receiver out. That's telling to me. 1 catch, 9 yards, 2 targets, maybe, I think. Nah, forget about it. Then we turn to the soup du jour, the main course, right? Because the Rams and the Bucs, that was the appetizer. The main course, Kansas City, Buffalo, the battle of the 2 quarterbacks that people believe are the 2 premier young quarterbacks in the NFL. I wouldn't necessarily disagree with them, except there's more than 2. But these are the 2 that they highlight. Patrick Mahomes, who is a stone cold killer, and Josh Allen, who has ascended to a top-tier, top-level quarterback over the last 2 years. Started off rough this year, end of the year, when he went from being Josh Allen back to Jaheim Allen, gangbusters. And if you don't know what I mean, don't worry about it. It's okay. The Bills and the Chiefs went out there and put on a show. And it came down to the wire. And Josh Allen, with the pressure on and everything riding on somebody saying, well, he's probably not here yet. Man, that dude showed those stone cold huevos. Marched that team right down, got them a score. But there's a problem there. You left time on the clock. And the guy across the way, that dude over there, he's different. That dude over there has a confidence unlike anything we've seen in the NFL. I've long tried to figure out the comp, the Patrick Mahomes comp, and I hate doing comps because sometimes you're forcing things. But I think you have to go with combinations in your comp. So get this. Patrick Mahomes is what happens if you put Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers together and have a baby. See, Aaron Rodgers is way too calculated. He's not willing to wheel and deal and free will like Brett Favre is. But that's also why Brett Favre has the most interceptions in the history of the game, and Aaron Rodgers has the least. Like, their games contrast in that way. Similar with the talent and the skill set. Both are athletic, both have howitzers for arms, both really, really good in the clutch, except one willing to take the chances that the other one not really willing to take, unless he had to, because he's going to lose the game. And so when you put Brett Favre and you put Aaron Rodgers together, by the way, Brett Favre during his career, likable. Aaron Rodgers during his career, not so much. Put those guys together, all of a sudden, Patty Mahomes is born. And man, is this dude a killer. Again, it's okay to blame coaches. Patrick Mahomes should have never had 13 seconds to get the ball down the field. It's a coaching mistake. Let's see how many people jump on McDermott the way you jumped on McCarthy from Dallas. You won't, because you like McDermott. You don't like McCarthy for whatever reason. I have seen that Leslie Frazier is trending. Leslie Frazier is trending. What does Leslie Frazier have to do with kicking the ball into the end zone so that no time goes off the clock? That's a coaching mistake. Leslie Frazier is not the head coach, and he's not the special teams coach. Why is Leslie Frazier trending? We know why. It was a fantastic game. You gave Patrick Mahomes 13 seconds. He went right down. Boom, boom, boom. Field goal. Then you gave him the ball back in overtime, and that's game over. Sorry. For you people that are complaining about the overtime rule, I just have one question for you. Like, seriously, one question for you. What would you like? The old overtime rule, nobody liked. The rule before that, nobody liked. Nobody wanted to end in a tie. The college rule that used to be, nobody liked it. The rule that they changed it to, nobody liked it. And then the rule that exists right now, nobody likes. In high school, the overtime rule. Nobody likes the overtime rule. What would you like? What would you like? Here's what I know. The Buffalo Bills had one of the highest scoring offenses and one of the best scoring defenses in the NFL. Your top-ranked scoring defense gets an opportunity to hold a team to a field goal. You don't have to stop them from scoring. From scoring altogether. You just have to hold them to a field goal and allow your ridiculously good offense to get the ball back with that guy who's playing at the highest level in Josh Allen, and allow him to go down and score a touchdown, and it's game over. All you need is a field goal. You give up a touchdown. Why do we now have to watch you go down and score a touchdown only for the team to get the ball back and do the same thing to you again? If you can't stop them on an 80-yard drive for a touchdown when they know they've got 4 downs, what makes you think you're going to ever stop them? Ladies and gentlemen, this game was going to be won by whomever had the ball last. And unfortunately for the Bills, Kansas City had the ball last. Unfortunately for the Bills, Kansas City had the ball last. And that guy over there in red with the curly hair, sounds like a Muppet, is on all the progressive commercials, doing a great job. That guy over there, he's different. He's a legend already. By the way, we don't need to see any more from Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is already a Hall of Famer. Can we just agree on that right now? Patrick Mahomes already a Hall of Famer. Why? I'll tell you why. Because you guys are telling me that Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but you're telling me he's a Hall of Famer. So if Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer with the statistics that he had throughout his career, that Patrick Mahomes has crushed in his first 4 years in the league, then Patrick Mahomes is a Hall of Famer. If the one championship that some of these quarterbacks get take them to the Hall of Fame, then what is going to the Super Bowl back-to-back years, winning one of them, and going to the AFC Championship now 4 years in a row gets you? It gets you Hall of Fame status. We don't think that Patrick Mahomes is all of a sudden going to fall off the face of the earth tomorrow, right? But if Patrick Mahomes were to get hurt and never be able to play another season after this season, I've seen enough. Patrick Mahomes is a Hall of Famer. Miss me if you don't believe it. I don't really particularly care. Patrick Mahomes has done enough. This dude is different. So there's no reason to point blame. There's no reason to throw shade. How dare you people try to blame Leslie Frazier? How dare you try to blame Leslie Frazier when he's not the offensive coordinator? Now, it's okay to blame Todd Bowles. It's okay to blame Todd Bowles. Why? Because Todd Bowles looked like he was in a zero coverage blitzing when all he needed was to let them complete a pass, tackle them, and then go into overtime. So yeah, Todd Bowles, you got to eat that one. Leslie Frazier doesn't tackle. He doesn't cover anybody. What do you want him to do? He didn't have people running wide open. No, they were running around Leslie Frazier's people. That track team over there in Kansas City, they were getting the ball and literally just outrunning defenders. Can't blame Leslie Frazier for that. That's not Leslie Frazier's fault. What are you, mad? You can't be smoking crack. That's not Leslie Frazier's fault. How you gonna blame Leslie Frazier? He's not the special teams coordinator and he's not the head coach. McDermott should have said, hey, put that ball on the ground, let that clock start, put it on the ground, let the clock start. That's what he should have did. And now it's game over. Patrick Mahomes doesn't have enough time to throw 3 passes. Come on, man. This ain't brain surgery. It's not brain surgery. Sometimes it's okay to blame the coach. You can blame the coach. You can blame him in Tampa Bay. You can blame the coach in Buffalo. But you can't blame Leslie Frazier because Leslie Frazier does not coach special teams. And Leslie Frazier cannot tackle anybody. On the play, on the play that the Bills scored on, the DB fell down. So it's not as if, the offense just manifests a good play. The guy fell down. Now, Chiefs, you're going to want to clean that stuff up for next week, my guy, because, Cincinnati's coming. And I'm telling you, Cincinnati, field goals are not going to get it done versus Kansas City. You got to come up with something else. Field goals are not going to get it done. Man, it was good. That's how you spend a Sunday. That is how you spend a Sunday. I can't wait until next week. I can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Talk Spicy. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. We do this thing a few times a week. Rate the show, comment, agree, disagree, but whatever you do, keep it spicy. 5-star ratings are appreciated. If you're joining me on the YouTube channel, you know what to do. Till next time, peace.